Hi, it's Linda Schiller-Hanna, and today I'm going to teach you the dot and line test. This is a quick psychological personality test, and I've used it for years with friends and colleagues and found it uncannily accurate. This is something you can use at home. You can use it like out in a club or a bar. You can use it with your co-workers, students, classmates, just about anywhere. And you will find it incredibly accurate and uncannily insightful. So all you're going to need to do is get a piece of paper and create this grid. And you use the sideways version of the paper rather than the long ways. And I just want you to put the dot, the line, the little box, the Y, the little M, and the circle. So I want you to just pause this while you get that organized, and then when you come back, I'll tell you the next part. Okay, welcome back. Assuming you've done that. So what you're supposed to do with this is, this is a doodle test. What you're supposed to do with this is do the first thing that comes to your mind as a response to each of these 6 squares. And you're supposed to number the order you do them in. So you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you could do this one, that one. Just do the way you want to do it. Don't notice what you're attracted to do first, what you're repelled from doing last. Okay? And just make a doodle of anything you want. It's not an art test. It's just a creative thing. Okay? So pause the camera again and do your doodling, and then come back. Okay, welcome back. This is fun. Now I'm going to tell you what these little segments mean. The dot is your identity, how you feel about yourself. The line going down, that's problem solving, how you solve problems. The little box is your feelings about your home. Over here, the Y is your work. The next one is sexuality. And the last one is how you feel about the future. Okay? So I'd like you to look it over. Take a little time. As far as the order, if you do them, the normal order for normal people would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, from yourself into the future. If you do them in any other order, that can be significant as well. If you find that you couldn't even get to yourself until the very end, that may mean that you have issues with self-esteem or just a feeling of joy about yourself. Things like that. So order does make a difference. Right now I'm going to show you some of the ways that you can interpret this. I've got another one here that's already been marked up. And this one is typical of many of the people I've worked with. For the first one, this little circle, someone has made a sun. Now that would show a very positive, sunny identity. They feel good about themselves. Or maybe it's a flower, also a positive image. I had one guy that made a little black ant. He felt like he was just nothing. I've seen a variety of things, but I want you to notice when you interpret this, how positive or negative the energy is. What are the associations? Maybe show some friends, see what they think. Okay? Now the second one is problem solving. Now in my picture, I put a car going downhill. So that would signify that for this person, their problems are easy to solve. If you see a car going uphill, it might be the opposite. They're struggling with problems. Okay, or a lot of people will just make an X. Oh, I just crossed my problems out. I've seen that as one of the most common answers of any ever that I've worked with. Okay, so if the person's way at the bottom of the hill and is struggling, just notice the different points of view with problem solving. Also, if they put that last, that could mean that they're having issues with problems. This next box is your home life. Lots and lots of people will make a house. That's the subconscious response to this little box in this location. The more elaborate the house, the happier the picture, the happier the home. Now, I worked with a man when I worked in a department store, and he made a shoebox. Well, guess what? He ran the shoe department at that store, and his life was his work. So it can be very revealing. I have an ex-husband that made a TV set. It was true. He spent most of his time watching TV. He just put like the little, those rabbit ears on top. He turned it into a TV set. Okay, going down into this next section, this Y-looking thing, this is your home, this is your work life, okay? Some people, I've seen people make a tree that they're maybe into gardening or horticulture. My sister worked at the YMCA, and sure enough, she wrote in YMCA. She didn't know she was doing work, but her subconscious picked right up on it. So that's a very interesting thing. Maybe they're in a crossroads. Maybe they don't want to do it at all. Maybe they don't even like work. If they're not in work, that would be their school life, work or school. Okay? The next one is sexuality. Most people will make little breasts, or they'll make like the tail, like a little butt, like the bottom. Those would be the more common answers. And a lot of people may have thought of that, but then repressed it, so they didn't write it that way. I've seen romantic women make a heart, just turn that into a heart. Even romantic men could do that. I've seen people turn that into a bird, like they want to fly away, or it's otherworldly. There's many ways you can interpret it. Just notice what's there. I think somebody made a bathtub. Just varieties of things. It's real fun to interpret this. Now, the last one is your attitude about the future. Many people will turn this into a sun or something where they feel happy or positive. One time I was talking to a new guy I just met at this bar, and when he did this test for me, we just met. It's actually a good way to get to know somebody that you want to check them out. He put both of the hands on, he made a clock and made it midnight. And I asked him, "Are you suicidal?" And he looked at me like, "How did I know that?" Well, I've been a suicide prevention volunteer, and midnight is not necessarily the happiest hour for the future. And so he began to talk to me about his feelings about being suicidal. So it can be a very revealing little test. You can call it the dot line test or the quick psychological personality test. But I hope you'll try this and let me know how it works out in the comments. And try it with your friends. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.